Hello and welcome to today's market. I'm Ben Lawrence, the designated broker of Better Properties Northwest, located in Federal Way, Washington. And I'm the host and moderator of this show, and we'll hopefully bring you some information about what agents go through, what buyers and sellers go through, and the activity in today's market. Today we have with us an agent out of our office, Linh Nguyen. And welcome to the show, Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, you've brought a buyer with you
Yes.
here today, so let's introduce him and find out what's going on there.
Yeah. So my brother Ston is here, and he is currently looking for an investment home. So I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, my name is Ston, and I'm looking for an investment property. This would be my third home.
Yeah.
And I'm looking just to offset the rent that we're paying for my mom's mortgage.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So tell me about the homes that you were looking at previously. Have you changed your decision and your search?
Yeah, in the very beginning, when the interest rates were a lot lower, we were looking at duplexes.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because I wanted to rent out the other half, recoup some of that, and use it as a full investment property. But those home prices are crazy, especially I'm looking for a Rambler as well because my mom has bad knees.
No.
So it's really hard to find that, especially in my price range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your price range right now?
Initially it started about 450,000, but I think that I'm going to have to increase that.
Yeah.
To 5 or 550 possibly.
Yeah, 5 to 550. Yeah.
I think that's like the average price point, It's
Yes.
like the struggle is that everyone is actually in that price point, 300, 400 price point. And so you just get so many lookers at the same time. So I think that's one of the things. So I know I was just asked this question, but what do you think are the pitfalls of the market currently right now?
Yeah, so it's really tough out there because there are so many cash buyers. And then also, as you mentioned, people overpaying. So if I look at the price on a home, I know that I probably won't be able to get that unless I overpay and, go over asking.
Yeah.
And people are waiving inspections as well. And I really don't want to have to do that.
Boy,
Yeah.
that's risky business.
It is.
Isn't it? You could end up with a money pit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Well, the pre-inspection is an option too, though. A lot of people are doing that, but it is something that you have to put money in. You have to pay out that for that to happen.
right. And
Before
sellers used to not welcome pre-inspections.
Yeah.
And now they want you to do one so the property doesn't go off market pending and then come back on active due to an inspection issue. So they want you to do that so that going in what might need to be fixed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I know that we were talking about it, but do you think right now is a good time to buy?
I do think right now is a good time to buy. Just because home values still keep going up. And as I mentioned, we've been talking about doing this for our mom for a long time. And, although interest rates are up, home values are just going to keep going up. And right now we're still paying that rent, which I despise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why rent when you can buy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Get
Yeah.
that equity.
So have you gone through the process of pre-approval and gathering all the documents that the lender needs?
I have not, but I'm confident that
Okay.
I'll be able to.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can scare a buyer away because it can be overwhelming to
Yeah.
collect your, tax returns and pay stubs and bank statements and this and that, and just have to keep wading through the paperwork.
I know, that is so true.
Yeah.
Another question I want to ask you is, what is the process? Have you bought and sold your home before? Tell me about that process.
Yeah, so this would be my third house
Okay.
buying. I bought one in 2008 in University Place
Okay.
for $300,000. Yeah, and I bought in 2013 over in Spanaway
Okay.
for 410. And right now, it's crazy because 410 would not get what it got back then. There's no way.
You
Oh.
couldn't get a house in University Place for the 300 something.
Yeah.
No,
Will
not
not
at
happen
all.
ever again.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
I think it's important to remember, even though you're making a big purchase, you need to enjoy it. Right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes we get discouraged from not getting our offer accepted. We just have to find a way to smile and move on. There's lots of houses out there, and you just have to keep looking, keep pursuing what you want, and it'll happen.
Yeah. And I say that to Rose too. I'm always trying to encourage her, especially with getting outbid a few different times. It's hard. It's hard for, your self-esteem for sure. And, you're sitting there waiting for that call. And when you get that call, you want it to be exciting. And so, but, she's hopeful and I'm hopeful, and we're gonna find something for her.
We could probably put together some market mailings and looking for certain duplexes in areas, if that would work for you. Lynn and I could sit down and look at doing that with our title reps, so that might help.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Today's Market, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.